Hello! Is everything working? I think it is.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my chair. There we go. Because now we're almost the same level. Anyway, what's happening, Ice Cubes? My name is Matty Ice Cube, and welcome to the Religion on Ice podcast with
Religious fanboy.
Awesome. Okay, so this will be the last podcast on this computer that I have in front of us right now. It's my old laptop. It has been what I've been using to YouTube on for the past 9 months of my YouTube career, because I have over 500 videos. So, most people don't believe that I have 500 videos because they think I can tell you how many videos I have. I can't make that up. It keeps track of it for me. Mike, cooperate. I don't even know if you guys can hear us. So I may have to pick it up and put it in his face because he can't
comment,
talk.
or subscribe.
Here, there we go. I could just hold it
if
here.
you can hear us right now.
Only if you want to.
Only if you want to.
Yeah.
You don't
We're not
have
pressuring you. We're just saying.
Not peer pressure.
Just subscribe.
I was making jokes.
YouTube humor. So, for this episode of the Religion on Ice podcast, I was thinking of going way back, because I did do a video of how YouTube has affected my life, and I went on a huge splurge of emotion and...
You know what I think would be kind of weird? Just like in between the like and the dislike button, if there was an indifferent button.
You interrupted my thought.
Oh, sorry.
This is how our conversations normally go, by the by.
Sorry.
Yeah, when we do the podcast, and I'll get into that later. This is usually how our conversations go. We just kind of throw things out there, and he'll interrupt my thought, and I'll interrupt his thought.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I do it to you all the time.
Feel free to continue what
I'm gonna go back to when I first started YouTubing and the days leading up to my first episodes of Amnesia. Because I uploaded like 6 or 7 of them on the first day of my YouTubing days. And that was kind of how it went from there. Like, I went from uploading 6 or 7 videos a day to now I upload 1, maybe 2 videos a day. Usually it's 2. Usually it's 2 or more. And I usually upload at noon. But the podcasts are always later because they take longer to record. And they take longer to render. So.
And also scheduling.
Yes. Yeah. Scheduling is a big problem. You're squeaking the chair.
I'm so sorry.
I bet that picked up on the mic. They're going to think you farted. So, he's been gone for 2 weeks because he was on a family trip. And he almost died.
Yeah.
Just like I almost died. So now we're even. So now we can both make the Arkham Knight joke. This is how it started. This is how I almost died.
Except mine kind of involved getting wet. Okay.
Hey, I got wet too.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. I hit an embankment.
Oh. So, yes.
And it rained the night before, so it was flooded.
So we both got wet.
Yeah, we both got pretty wet.
And just not to go through the whole story right now, but
he already told me the whole thing.
But if someone asks you, hey, want to go inner tubing over rivers with white water and it's high?
No.
Don't do it.
The answer is no. Only bad things will happen.
Or at least get a life jacket and
you should have a life
paddle.
jacket no matter what.
Yeah, I was the only person of it was me, my mom, and my 2 siblings that went tubing, which I actually rode a rapid with nothing except a life jacket. Oh,
And I'm gonna stop you right there because I want to try and stay coherent in
okay.
this video. To quote our first collab, we're gonna make one coherent video.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So this video is mostly gonna be about how I came to start YouTube and the days leading up to when I first uploaded and what my feelings were when I started recording. Because, as you all know, Amnesia is my most popular playlist because it's the most viewed out of all of my videos besides the Dragon Ball Unreal videos. Which, Dragon Ball Unreal, the first video that I uploaded of that, got almost 70 views. And then the second part exploded. It got over 100 views. So, I was really proud of that.
The biggest video of mine ever exploded, it got like 16 or 15 views overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's
what happened to my 20 subscriber special. It just kind of exploded overnight. And I'm really appreciative to the people who commented and subscribed that day because the support is overwhelming, and I'm really appreciative because you guys may think my community is small. I can't even imagine 26 people in this house right now. That would be too much for me. And I'm aiming for 1,000 next year. Like, I never expected to hit 1,000 in my first year. I expected to hit, I don't know, maybe 50 this year. But I'm going to make a really much larger concerted effort to put my stuff out there for you guys. Like, I'm going to link it to all sorts of social media and Reddit and all sorts of stuff. Because I want to throw everything I have out there. Like, I'm not going to be able to share all 500 of my videos onto Reddit in one night. Mostly because there's a 10-minute post thing. And that really pisses me off because I don't like that. Facebook, I could post everything up in one night. It's just that the upload speed is terrible. And also, I did create a GoFundMe page. It's a donation page that I made for you guys to help me out. Because I'm going to be working again soon. But all of that money will be to go to school in the spring semester. So you'll probably see me every once in a while. Because I'll be taking welding courses.
I actually I'll be taking 3 classes up at the Mattoon campus, and only one here in town.
Yeah.
This semester.
You'll be at Mattoon more often?
Yeah.
Do you know what times yet?
Because
this is something we need to discuss if we're going to continue doing podcasts.
But I'll still have Fridays off.
Yeah. So Fridays may be new podcast days. And hopefully we'll have a new guest by that time. Because I've been trying to reach out to Michael. He did comment me back. He said he doesn't work on a computer. He uses his PS4, so he can't see comments. But hopefully he's watching. Get into contact with either of us. We would really like you on the podcast. Usually it's a 3-man podcast.
I have the home.
You have his home phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Because he does not have a phone.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
Yeah, I have his home phone.
Yeah. So you should be able to get into contact with him. He knows where I live. We'll probably set up here, probably in my room. It's going to be really crowded in that small space. I did clean up. This chair used to be in my room, and now it's out here, so now I have a lot more space to work with. And I was thinking of moving my desk to the other corner, because then we would have a lot more room to deal with, because the bed wouldn't be in the way. But I don't think I have enough time before my computer gets here because my desk is really convoluted when it needs to be moved, and I have to pull absolutely everything off of it to move it because it's so damn heavy. Because it's made of 3 parts. And the first part is the tabletop area, and it's got cabinets and stuff on it, so it's really heavy. And it's it's almost a 3-man job. And I managed to do it by myself. I literally put it on my bed, and then I set up the other 2 pieces, and I had to align them pretty correctly, and then I picked up the giant the tabletop, and put it on top of there, and it just kind of slipped into place. So I got really lucky because I could not lift it for that long. And I know what you guys are saying. Like, I look too scrawny to do that, but I'm a lot stronger than I seem. But I've always been that way. I've always been a lot stronger than I seem. Because I was very athletic when I was a kid. I covered this in another video. I was very athletic as a kid. I played basketball for 6 years. I played baseball for 3 years. And I haven't played either of those since. Because I got so good at it that there was no challenge in it.
Like, did you play it for, like, school sport and stuff?
No, I did it for the Park District.
Ah.
The Effingham Park District.
All I did was basketball during recess.
Yeah. And that wasn't until junior high, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't really into sports until junior high-ish, and then he started playing basketball with a bunch of other kids.
And
that was around that time when I started not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Because I was going through my own problems, which was detailed in my story, which I will leave a link if you guys want to know what happened if you haven't seen that video. And I'll leave a bunch of links to other videos as well about me talking about my past and stuff I've done and stuff I regret, but starting YouTube was not something I regret. For once, I do not regret starting YouTube. It's something I don't regret. So, because it's so much fun. You guys have no idea how much fun it is. Because besides YouTube's rules to what you can and can't post, without putting on an 18 or older filter, is amazing. There's so much shit you can put up there that I can do basically whatever the hell I want. Because I can control myself and not go crazy and show explicit things on my videos. Like, yeah, my games have broken once or twice, and it's been a little weird, but I've been very vocal that I didn't put it there.
Yeah.
It wasn't by choice. It was just that, oh crap. Mostly in Skyrim, I have to point out, mostly in Skyrim, I break Skyrim a lot. I break it a lot. And a couple times it's been shown how badly I've broken it. And they were not my doing. I didn't even interact with those characters, and they just kind of broke. That's just kind of how Skyrim is. It's random in the way it breaks, because it's random in the way the NPCs are set up.
Just like you. It just
happens.
Started the game, and then, like,
suddenly something breaks.
Then, like, a villager over there just, like, spontaneously combusts.
That has happened.
Really?
I will say that right now. That has happened.
Sounds awful.
It just all of a sudden, flash of light. She lit on fire.
Like, what's going on with this place?
I just kind of stood there and stared at it. And then I reloaded, and it happened again. And I just kept watching it over and over again. And then I figured out what happened, and then I prevented it.
It's like, what type of sin did she commit? Got smited or something.
I forgot that there was a fire rune on the ground, and I left it there. And then I came back, and then she blew up.
So it kept on lighting people on fire?
No, it just killed her. Just the one person. Because fire runes are one time only.
I feel sorry for that person.
Well, I was the one who stepped in it the last time because I was tired of watching them blow up. And I'm like, okay, let's stop this, and everything was over.
It's like, I'm gonna pick it up so it doesn't blow up.
No, I blew myself up.
Oh.
But it didn't kill me.
Oh, kind of like that one thing I did in that Tron game where I should have died,
Yes.
but I did not.
Yes. That and it didn't do nearly enough damage to kill me.
And that's why you should not tank. Like, you should not be camping on Tron Evolution if you have to tank. Just not
Okay.
nice.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, I do not regret starting YouTube at all. Because it's so much damn fun. It's so much fun.
It's fun. I'm gonna.
Okay, how many times have I done that? You've seen most of my videos. How many times have I gone randomly and looked up towards the ceiling because I heard a weird noise? A lot, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, a lot. I don't understand what's up with my house and why it abhors me recording. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna get on into my the days leading up until I started recording Amnesia. I literally was almost completely overwhelmed by college at this point. It was like I was almost a month in to college, and I'm like, oh god, I got so much shit to do, but I gotta start YouTube soon, because I had my laptop, I had all my equipment, I was just procrastinating at this point to start, and then I'm like, because it's really hard to start YouTube at first. When you start, the ball will slowly start rolling, and then I couldn't stop. And then eventually I forced myself to stop that Christmas because I took a break. And I just uploaded whatever stock footage I had. And then I started slowly incorporating my 2, maybe more rule, which was like 2 to 5, maybe 5 videos a day if there are vlogs.
When I started, I did like 3 a month.
3 a month?
Yeah.
You need to upload a lot more often than that.
There was a
no
time,
wonder you only have 100 videos.
There was a time during senior year where I had I uploaded once a week. Yeah, weekly.
That's pretty good.
That was
you just need to learn to commit to those types.
That was when I did.
Because the reason why I do it daily is because otherwise I'll forget. Because I have a bad memory. It's the one thing I got from my dad that I don't want is my bad memory.
I just get really caught up doing other stuff, like church things come up.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't... Like, there are times where I'm not busy with church stuff, and then there's times where I'm very busy with church stuff. Like, there's some church stuff that I'm really pumped for.
If you guys haven't gotten the gist, he's a Christian. He's a pretty diehard Christian. So he does pretty much everything he can for the church. And
if you guys live around here and like know of Upward Basketball, that mission work, this past semester for the first time I was an assistant coach for one of the teams. Yeah, it was fun.
Was it? I played Upward. A couple of years.
It kept my Mondays and my Saturdays pretty busy.
Those were my last 2 years of basketball. Was Upward. I played Upward for 2 years.
Because there were only 2 bye weeks, and then there was 1 week that got canceled for weather.
Yeah.
Reasons.
Yeah.
Which did add a week. Yeah.
But anyway, the day of, which was September 25th of last year, which is almost here again, September 25th of this year is almost here again. It's July, and I'm a little nervous because my year anniversary of my channel is coming up, and I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this for a year. Because when I started YouTube, I went into it with an open mind. I went into it with an open mind, and I'm like, yeah, let's give this a shot. Because all these other YouTubers seem to enjoy it a lot. because it shows them who they really are, and some of them are fake and some of them are not. And I can tell which ones are fake and which ones are not.
Like, well, with
Um,
my content coming up, even though it won't be all that often that I upload, I'm gonna always try to make sure it's like very good quality. Like,
because yeah, that's another thing that you need to have when you're a YouTuber. Is you need to have a quality standard of your videos, like a midway point that you have to either meet right up to it, either be just barely below it or above it. Like usually I aim for above it, just slightly above my quality standards. But Skyrim really hurt my quality standards because the lag was so bad and it really crippled my recording and it made it really hard to watch, which is why I've been thinking about redoing my entire Skyrim playlist. Like, the last, I don't know, 20 parts or so are fine. I just need to redo everything up until that point. Because I have better recording software now. Not right now, because I've basically uninstalled everything that was related to recording besides Plays and Fraps. Well, not Fraps. Fraps I did uninstall because I need to reinstall that on there. I don't even remember my Fraps password. Crap.
is the Bandicam the thing that you use for screenshots?
Screen recordings?
Yeah.
There's a registered version and an unregistered version. The unregistered version is you can record for 10 minutes. There's a 10-minute time limit. And that was why I had to cut some video footage every once in a while, was because I had a 10-minute time limit. But now that I have the full version, well, I have a Bandicam license for one computer, which means I had to uninstall it from this one so I can put it on the new one, which isn't here yet. I'm expecting it either tomorrow or Saturday.
Because I thought I might do that just so, like,
to introduce yourself to Let's Plays and stuff like that. Cause isn't that a thing that you were talking about the other day?
I've talked about it and I've thought about it, but I think I'd mainly use it for like maybe some digital art stuff.
It's Let's Playing is a lot of fun. You've seen how fun it is and how much I get into it. Cause I have a very abstract commentary style. Like I just basically pull something out my butt and throw it out at the camera. Like I just pretty much pull whatever comes to mind and I start saying it. And it's so much fun because some of the most ridiculous stuff just pops into my head. And some of it's even made me laugh. Like you've seen some of the footage that I made for my year anniversary video, which I am working on. It isn't quite finished. It's not quite polished yet, but it's almost done. You guys won't see it until the day of, because it will be the only video I upload that day besides a vlog for announcing my year anniversary, because I'll be taking that day off.
I think I've only done 1 year anniversary video. Yeah.
And you've been doing this for what? 3 years? 2 years? I don't remember.
I started in January of junior year.
So 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
You've been doing this for 3 years.
Yep.
And you've only done 1 year anniversary video. Let me guess, it was your first one.
For first year?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
you should do makeup.
I haven't had time to record and didn't want to be late on it.
I'd rather be late on it than not upload it at all, or record it and upload it at all.
I'll do stuff for it, and I'm gonna try to do some like animated testimonials. And do you get on Facebook?
Not very often, but I do try to post my content on there.
Well, have you seen any of the similes, like the ministry similes I've posted?
No.
Well, I'm thinking about like doing animated versions of those and kind of like explaining those similes and like doing animated testimonials and animations in that way.
Yeah.
Like, should I give an example of one of the similes that I've put on?
Well, let me finish first.
Okay.
because I was in the middle of a thought
Yeah.
again.
Sorry about that.
See, this is how the podcasts go. He says something while I'm trying to say something, and then we forget what we were originally talking about. Because, like I said at the beginning of this, we're gonna make a coherent video. This is going to make sense by the end.
You were talking about your year-end anniversary.
Yeah, because
video stuff.
also what you were saying is you'd rather not be late. I'd rather record it and be late than not upload it at all.
Yeah.
Because that would take away content from them, and that would look bad on me. So it's my rule is I have to record something every day. I have to record something. Doesn't matter what it is, I just have to record something. And if I get really into it, like I did with Cry of Fear for the longest time, because I'm not even done with that game yet, it's just that I got stuck. And I have to replay through the whole game again, up until that point, to be unstuck. Because I've screwed myself so badly that it's not even funny. You should watch that video. It's called Hopelessly Screwed. Because what happened was, I'm gonna explain this real quick. What happened was I got in a little mishap with some monsters. I killed them, but they almost killed me. I just had this little sliver of health left. And now there are monsters in this basement area that have guns, and they shoot me, and they do a lot of damage. And I can't dodge bullets. And I'm not fast enough to kill them very quickly, and there's a lot of them. And I have nothing to heal with. So I got in this loop for this episode where I kept trying different strategies, like I kept trying to snipe him with the hunting rifle when he was far away, but it was too dark for that. So I kept trying to shoot him with my gun really, really fast. I killed the one, but there are like 4 others spread out around the area in the basement, and I'm like, oh god. Because there's a syringe down there somewhere, because syringes is how I heal myself. And I have just oodles and oodles and oodles of ammo for my guns. But I have nothing to heal with.
Yep.
And that's basically how the whole game had been. Was I was surviving on little to no health. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about in my videos, is that I have certain gimmicks for my videos. Like for Skyrim, I knew what I was doing. That was the gimmick for that game, was I knew what I was doing. And I was very confident in my abilities as a Skyrim player. For Cry of Fear, the gimmick was surviving on little to no health and being terrible in general. Because I was really bad at the beginning. I was really bad. Because my recording actually failed. It failed. Halfway recording me through the first part. And I went up to a certain point, and then I had no idea it had died. Like, my recording had died. I'm like, no! I just lost 10 minutes of footage! Plus the 20 extra minutes I was playing. And I'm like, no! Because I had a really bad scare at the beginning of that game. Like, it was really bad. Like, it scared the crap out of me. More than Amnesia ever did. But it was just the one jump scare. Like, Cry of Fear is very atmospheric, and the atmosphere really creeps me out. But, like, there haven't been, like, super huge scares like that first one. Some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you don't. Because I tried re-recording that episode. I tried fixing my recording, but because I had a corrupt file, and I didn't know what it was for the longest time, and then I fixed it, and I'm like, oh, it's my first part of Cry of Fear, because what I've been doing now is I'm recording on plays, as well as Bandicam in case one of them crashes. I still have backup footage. But the only problem with that is they both use my webcam, but they can't both use it. Only one of my softwares can use my webcam at a time, and it's usually Bandicam. And when I recorded with plays, I think it depends on which one I start first. Honestly, I don't know. But when I recorded with plays, it didn't work out so good. My frame rate started dropping, and it kind of almost killed my game. So I turned it off. before it could crash my Bandicam recording. But anyway, back to my gimmicks. My gimmick for Amnesia was the chair. I'm pretty sure it was the chair. Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. The gimmick was total darkness. Like for most of the game, you guys couldn't see anything because I was trying to sneak past the monster. And I kept running into the monster. I kept running face first into the monster, and it scared the shit out of me. And I'm like, oh crap. Because, like, the first time I met the monster, I hid in a corner, and it came around and looked right at me. And I lost it. I lost my shit. I'm like, oh no! I lost it. Because I did not expect him to come around the corner and just kind of look at me. And then he just started screaming at me. And I'm like, oh my god. No bueno.
I think only gimmick that I've had
I'm done.
was like.
I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
Hold your thoughts.
Okay.
You'll have your time to talk.
Okay. Sounds
Because
good.
we are talking about YouTube. And we're both YouTubers. I'm just a bigger YouTuber.
Remember that one time that
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I?
I forgot.
Can I?
So you go ahead and
Can I?
speak. Yep.
Can I?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of other. Way to go! You screwed up my rhythm.
I'm sorry. You were talking.
I know what I was talking about. I just couldn't get it out. I'm trying to think of other games. Isn't it weird that whenever I can't say something, I just start spitting out random noises?
I do that when I'm trying not to swear.
Oh. Well, I do it when I lose my train of thought, and I just can't say something. I'm trying to think of other gimmicks, is what I was saying. Happy Wheels. Happy Wheels, my gimmick is the names for the characters. They're actually a reference to Jacksepticeye's Happy Wheels playlist, which is 100 videos long. And I watched every single one.
You've watched a lot more than I have.
You've never watched it.
I don't think I ever started the Jacksepticeye.
Because there's Segway Steve, because Steve is awesome. There's Pogo Pete. There's Betty. There's Lawnmower Larry. What was that?
I guess it's just buzzing from over there.
Motorbike Mike and Molly. Or Mike and Mary, my bad. Then there's Santa, of course. Helicopter Harry. See, it all follows the basis of what they're riding, or what their vehicles are. Bicycle Billy and Bobby. I forgot about that. Because Billy and Bobby. Fucking Billy. Because every video I want Billy to die. Every video. Because if you guys remember that one video where I had a really bad day, and it turned awesome because I started recording Happy Wheels again. And I went nuts. I went nuts. That's actually part of my year anniversary video. You saw that. You know, the giant spiky ball. And I just kind of lost it. Santa!
Could you imagine if there was a Happy Wheels level where the only objective was Billy had to stay alive?
Oh, there are a lot of levels like that.
But if they died at any time, like you lose.
There are a lot of levels like that, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And I just avoid them.
Just because
I hate Billy. I hate him. I hate him so much. He's such a... I don't know what it is. He just brings bad luck upon Bobby. Oh, Wheelchair Willie. Because Willie is Billy's grandpa. So it makes sense. And then there's Susan, who's Bobby's wife.
So Susan and Bobby have
3 kids.
Yeah, 3 kids.
I can't remember the name of the little girl.
Well,
Or the little boy. Besides Billy. Albert. Albert's the baby. Little Albert.
That's a weird name for a baby.
Little Albert. No, I thought of something really funny. I had a flashback to one of Jacksepticeye's Happy Wheels videos. It's not content friendly because I don't want to say it because then you guys think I'm weird. I'll tell you later. Off camera where we're not recording. And we're already over halfway through and I still haven't finished my thoughts. You keep interrupting me.
Sorry.
And making me speak other thoughts. There goes our coherent video.
Well,
we tried.
Well, it's coherent for the most part.
We tried, guys. I'm sorry. We tried.
So, like, what were your gimmicks with
Name another game because I can't think of it right now.
Turbo Dismount? Was there a gimmick with that one?
My gimmick with that one was trying to do awesome stunts. Like when I flipped and I landed on the other side of the hoops. That I wasn't expecting that. I was trying to do that, but I wasn't expecting to do it on like my 3rd attempt. And then I did it, and I'm like, holy shit! Because that was actually my genuine reaction. I mean, almost everything I do is a genuine reaction, so I don't know why you guys are questioning me.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, don't be surprised. Almost everything's my genuine reaction. Usually when I flip out, it's usually because something happened that I didn't expect. Excuse me. Ate something. Drank something. Probably ate something. I'm hungry now. God damn it.
Whenever I played this...
Name another game.
Like, Dragon Ball Unreal.
I didn't have a gimmick for that one. That's the weird one. I didn't have a gimmick for that one. I just kind of played to analyze the gameplay. Because when I first downloaded it, it was because it was so good looking. And then I figured out that the combat was actually pretty good whenever I figured out how to spawn in Vegeta. Because I was trying to figure that out that one time when I broke it.
And then a room showed up?
Yeah, that was the time I broke it because I was trying out different buttons. Then all of a sudden, weird room with weird physics.
We should stop hurting Kame House.
I don't think it was Kame House.
That's kind of funny.
But, yeah, I just kind of played it out to play it out. And I've been meaning to get the most recent version, which came out February of this year. I just haven't been able to do that because I don't want to waste money being a patron, even though I kind of do, because I really want to support this guy, because he's making awesome stuff. Awesomeness.
Who are we talking about? You?
The creator of Dragon Ball Unreal.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're not talking about me. I can't create games. I just play them and make fun of them and then tell them that they're awesome.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's the basis of every video I've ever made right there. And I act like an idiot every step of the way. Dead Space. That was another one. That's what I was thinking of. My gimmick for the first Dead Space was the line gun. Because I played the first... Actually, the real gimmick was I had played it before. And I was trying to do a speed run. I was trying to go as fast as I could without screwing up. And for the most part, I did a pretty good job. I think I died only a couple times.
What was your gimmick with Fables?
With Fable?
Yeah.
Playing for an absurd amount of time. Because most of it was in sequence. The first 6 episodes was all recorded all at once. I spent 3 hours recording Fable. And then I spent another 3 hours recording Fable before the end. And then I saved the last part for the next day, which I recorded, and then I was done with it. And then, get this, I recorded for 2.5 hours of the last part of the game. And it cut my audio. Like my audio, like my mic audio. It cut my mic. And I was so unbelievably pissed off. And then, to make it even worse, one of my files disappeared. And it was the first part. So I was like, what? I was so unbelievably pissed. I was livid. I was about to blow something the fuck up. Namely my laptop. I was about to blow my laptop into a million pieces. Because it had been acting weird. And now it's acting dead because it is dying. It works okay when I'm not recording. Like, it's the fact that I can't record anymore that I've stopped recording. Other than vlogs or stuff like that. Like, also, another bad thing is it won't let me install updates anymore. Like, it wouldn't be dying if I could still install updates. But the fact that it won't let me install updates anymore shows me that it's outdated. Because that's what happens whenever your stuff stops updating. That's when you know it's outdated. Because, like, the Xbox 360 hasn't gotten an update in 3 years. So, it's super outdated compared to the one, which has been out for a couple years.
It still surprises me when the PS3 gets new updates.
I still think that they're better off with the PS4. And another thing that really pisses me off about PlayStation is that they stole Battlefront 2 from me, and I can't play it. Because it's a PS4 exclusive. And that's what's been making me think I should get a PS4. Surprisingly. I'm an Xbox guy. I've always been an Xbox guy. But I've never had any bad feelings towards PlayStation guys. Like, hey, you do your thing, I'll do mine. I've always been an Xbox guy. Leave me alone. It's my thing. But there's been so many games, good games that I've missed out on that are PS exclusive. Like the PS4 Arcade has all the God of War games and all the other cool games that the PS4 is exclusive to, or the PlayStation is exclusive to. My only problem with that is Sony's been hacked a lot. And Microsoft never has, in my recent memory. If they have, let me know. Now, obviously, they've not been hacked recently, which means they are being better about it and not stupid idiots. But anyway, back to whatever the hell I was talking about. Gimmicks. Dead Space 2, the second Dead Space, my gimmick was I had no idea what the hell I was doing. That was my gimmick. Like, I had watched Markiplier's playthroughs of all 3 Dead Space games, but it had been so long since I had watched those videos that I had no idea what Dead Space 2 was about until I started playing it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember some of this. I don't remember any of this. And it was just me being confused the whole time. It's just a sump pump. Now, Dead Space 3, my gimmick was I played it too much. I played it way too much. I literally sat for 6 hours and recorded 12 episodes of Dead Space 3. And I was so happy what came out, because it was probably the best I had ever done on Dead Space. Because I had worked so hard to record all of those, and I did some minor touch-ups, but that was it. And I was like, yes! Mike, stop falling over. The fact that I have a tripod on my knee is not helping. But that was the gimmick, was I played it way too much. Because even now, I still have a classic game that I haven't finished, a classic mode that I haven't finished, and I have a New Game Plus that I haven't finished. And then I have the hardcore mode that I want to finish eventually, but that'll probably be saved for a live stream event or something, whenever I start live streaming, which should be soon. Should be soon, because eventually we're going to switch from pre-recorded podcasts to live podcasts.
Like, live stream?
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, we'll start live streaming our podcast.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah. We'll reach out to a larger amount of people that way. Because live streaming is really big on YouTube right now.
And also,
Also, I want to start charity live streams.
Yeah.
Start raising money for charities.
I don't know. I actually, while you were talking, I remembered another time period where I was pretty close to doing weekly content. And that was when I did the text reviews for, like, the Goku Black, during the Goku Black arc.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super. That was pretty close. 1 week.
Okay.
If not more.
All right.
All
right. I'm going to finish up what I was talking about for this video, and then you can say whatever your thoughts you have.
Okay.
And then you can say your thoughts about how my channel's grown, but after this. I think the most nervous I ever was about recording games was the first Amnesia, because it was the first time I had ever Let's Played. And I was so nervous that my recording failed twice. It failed twice. And my mic wasn't set at the right settings anyway. And the first episode is notorious for being way too loud. And I didn't fix it until the second episode. Not my mic, the game. The game was way too loud. And I didn't fix it until after. It would have been more atmospheric that way, but I preferred it if people had their eardrums to listen. Another game I'm very, 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 very hesitant to play is Slender, because I have Slender the Arrival, and I've been thinking about getting the Slenderman Shadow Maps. My only problem with that is I don't like Slenderman. I don't like him. I hate Slenderman. I don't know if it's just his no face or the fact that he's just downright freaking creepy. But hey, I managed to balance it. But I don't know. I just don't know yet. After I finish Cry of Fear, I have nothing but horror games, by the by. I have nothing but horror games. So after I finish Cry of Fear, I'm going to focus on the Five Nights at Freddy's games, and then I'm going to do Slender. But after that, I have Tattletale right after that. And maybe eventually I'll do a Xenoverse 2 playthrough. Because I have been playing a lot of Xenoverse. I'll show you my character afterwards.
I thought about doing some Xenoverse Let's Plays.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Because if Xenoverse 2 is anything to go on, the first Xenoverse must have been really good. Because from what I've looked at gameplay-wise of the original Xenoverse, it didn't look that much different. There was just different story.
Yeah, and the hub world, I haven't played Xenoverse 2 at all, but it's a lot smaller.
I'll show you the hub world.
Toki City is a lot smaller than the One in Xenoverse 2.
Conton City.
Yeah. Toki Toki is not small.
It's also a bird.
Yep.
Do you know about the eggs?
What eggs?
Toki Toki's eggs?
No.
Do you know what they do?
No.
They actually create time.
That's
That's why Toki Toki's there. And that's why the Supreme Kai of Time is there, to take care of those eggs and make sure they hatch. So that a new universe can be born.
Oh, I was gonna make a joke. Is
No
that why?
jokes.
Is that why it's New Year's baby? Because an egg just hatched.
No. No. But overall, what I'd like to say about my experiences as a YouTuber, it's been fun. It's been really frustrating getting stuff to work, but overall, it's worth it. It was worth it because I have your guys' support, and I have Quentin's support. Like that's the most important because he's my best friend, and we've been friends for a long time. I mean, we got out of touch for a long time, but I'm trying to rebuild that, bringing him into my YouTubing, and being in the podcast. I also want to bring Michael in because Michael was pretty fun.
Which, we should give his channel a shout out.
I've given his channel a lot of shout
Really?
outs.
We did?
His channel is on the front, is on my main page, just like yours is.
Awesome.
Here. Right there.
Where did you get your art from?
Google.
Ah.
I just Googled a bunch of ice images, and then that came up, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's a neutron star. So I thought it fit my my blue flame logo, oddly shaped like a giant M, except the middle prong. The middle prong is too long, but I thought it was really cool and it fit pretty well. Because all I did was rotate the image upside down, because it used to be the other way, but now it's the other way around.
Is Matt's is Michael's a picture of Spyro or something?
Yeah. And yours is a doodle of yourself.
Yeah, mine's a hand-drawn version of the original design that I did the anime commentaries for. But along with the new animations for the anime commentaries, there's going to be brand new channel art. So
he's also going to give me mine eventually.
Yeah.
Once he's done with his. I'd rather him be done with his first. Because that neutron star is too big for my thing. And I don't know how that works. Because I've tried to make it work, but it won't. I tried photoshopping that neutron star to the right size. It did not work.
I thought about doing the
but it's all
talking with you about a design for an animated version of yourself, so we could do an animated version of the podcast.
Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just the anime versions of ourselves talking to each other.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't be weird. Because it's weird enough that we're sitting here doing absolutely nothing but talking about stuff that doesn't really matter.
With my animated stuff, would it count as more of an animatic or animation?
Well, how many frames per second do you move it at?
Usually 1 frame. And depending
That'd
on
be
what...
an animatic. So usually animation goes at 30 or higher. Or 15 or higher, my bad. And that takes a lot of work.
Okay.
That takes days upon days upon days of... oh, shit! Sorry. I was stretching and I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry.
There was, alright, there was one time where I, did an animatic during a school week. That was actually really long.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's why there was one time where I uploaded 2 audio-only videos 2 weeks in a row, because during the first semester of senior year, I would go, like, 1 week it would be an audio-only, and then the next week it would be the animatic version of it.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off right there for a
Okay.
second because we got 5 minutes, and I really want to hear your thoughts. So, my thoughts on the whole of me starting YouTube. It was probably the best decision I've ever made because I've made so many fond memories. I've had so much fun creating something that's mine, and I've just enjoyed having you guys watch me be a giant idiot, and I've had a lot of fun. Now, go. Yeah, 5 minutes.
I
4
think
minutes.
it's really cool how much this, like, YouTube's helped you in, like, your past and stuff.
Mhm.
So, I think it's cool. You do a good job with your content. Your vlogs are very good. I enjoy them. And
They're usually very long.
yeah,
That was the gimmick with my vlogs for a long time, is that I stretched them out too long, and that's why people didn't watch them very often. But now that I've started limiting myself to how short I need them to be, like usually 5 minutes is my cap, but I'll go 10 minutes if it's something very important.
do you think I should do binge watches again? Like, did you like those when?
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, we're talking about my channel right now. It's not about you. It's about me. No. But you're a big part of this channel.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're a pretty big part of this channel. I've dedicated at least almost 50 videos of us doing stuff.
And also, I like how every time you've done a Let's Play, and like we were talking over the phone while you were recording, we ended up talking about some type of ministry thing.
Even when I was playing Skyrim or something ridiculous. There have been a lot of over the phone podcasts, which I don't like as much
Yeah.
because I feel like it's very, very, very impersonal because it's just me. It's almost like a really long vlog, except with a invisible co-star.
Yeah.
My tripod leg is loose.
I think of the ones we did over the phone, I'd say our first podcast over the phone is probably the best of the podcasts over the phone.
Yeah. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything?
Just
Anything to add to the whole me doing YouTube thing?
I just think it's been cool and fun. And,
What are your thoughts on me? What are your thoughts on the creation of the podcast?
I think it's been fun.
I don't remember who came up with the idea of the podcast. You or me?
I think we did it on Christmas.
When did who came up with it though?
I know I thought about like doing a podcast with friends.
You brought up the idea of a podcast, and I'm like, of course, we could start our own podcast because I think it was something that we both came up at that time.
And before the podcast,
I think it was after our first collab.
Yeah, it was after our first collab, and then it was Christmas when we came up with a name.
Yeah,
then it was literally the day after Christmas that it was our first podcast.
Yeah, because that was the first day I came back from my break.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're going to do this. This is going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's been a thing ever since.
Which is kind of funny because I'm wearing the same shirt I wore when we did the first podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to check that now. Give me a second. The thumbnail should say it, should tell me.
At least I'm pretty sure it was.
Do you like how my Subnautica playlist is empty? Podcasts.
Were all of them taken down or something?
No, I deleted the only video I had. Because I'm going to save it until my new computer comes in. That's another game that I forgot I'm going to do, as well as Astroneer. We may do a co-op on Astroneer.
Yep, it's the same shirt.
Yeah, it is the same shirt. Holy shit, I'm not wearing the same shirt. Hang on, let me go see if that shirt's clean. I'll be right back.
The only difference is that my
The only difference is my hair is shorter and we're out here. Hang on, I'll be right back.
And also in this podcast, in the first podcast, my sleeves were rolled up, which is funny because
We do have it. It is. It's right here. This shirt, right here. Because this is the last podcast we'll be doing on this laptop. It's not the last podcast ever. It's probably the last podcast until we can get Michael in here, though.
yeah.
Because I really would like to get Michael in here, because he's another good friend of mine.
I'm trying to get in.
I would appreciate it.
Yep, and I'm thinking about getting in touch.
Can you give him my number?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
You know my number.
it's in my contacts.
Nope. No revealing my number on camera, though. I have a fidget spinner.
I don't even remember my own phone number from memory.
Yeah, remember the time I had to figure it out for you?
Yeah, that was funny.
I have a fidget spinner. I'm sorry. It's very therapeutic.
How does it, what does it do exactly?
It just spins. Because, okay, you see this?
Yeah.
It spins in one direction, but the actual bearings spin the other direction. And so it just kind of continuously spins because they have weight. That's how fidget spinners work, everybody. Just physics. If I haven't said this before, I was a big physics geek as a kid. Because I wanted to know how things moved, how things worked.
I think my most favorite subject
Crap.
in
I never
school-
took physics, even though I loved to do it, which was kind of weird. I meant to take it in college because I was going to be an engineer, and physics would have been a no-brainer anyway because it would have been required eventually. But anyway, I don't know, should we make this an hour and a half?
we could.
Because this will be the last podcast for a while.
Well, there is one that we recorded before I left, but I didn't actually record.
You didn't record it, I recorded it.
Yeah,
I uploaded it.
I didn't.
You have it on the flash drive.
Oh, so
I gave it to you on the flash drive to upload it.
Yeah, it's not.
That's the thing that we've been doing.
Yet.
Yeah, that's the thing we've been doing.
So that will probably be up
You should
in a
upload
few
that.
days.
Yeah,
Should I
you should.
upload that today?
You should upload that today.
Okay, so
Well, not today, tomorrow.
yeah, I'll upload it tomorrow. So there will be
There's an old podcast, and you still have to upload the rest of the old podcasts anyway.
a pre-recorded podcast, and then
Probably this one.
some Revelation stuff soon. Some more of that.
Actually, we'll have this one exclusive from my channel because it's very special, and it's the last podcast on this computer. And we're wearing our old shirts from the first podcast, and I didn't even realize it until... I should have realized that before we started recording. I should have just come in, and we should have started recording with our old shirts on. You did it unintentionally.
It's because this shirt is super comfy, and then
This shirt's super comfy.
and also Baltimore Ravens. Yeah.
I thought you were a Packers fan.
Well, Packers are my favorite NFC team.
NFC.
Yeah, there are like two divisions in the NFL. There's the NFC, which is like the national division,
Oh.
and then there's AFC. But if we're talking about food, I'm a KFC guy.
Shut up. They can't even hear us.
Because chicken tastes good.
Yeah, we're really fat because we're really white.
Oh,
I just made a joke. I just made a joke. It was really bad. Here, hold my mic still for a second. No, spin. There we go.
That's cool. You got it to spin on your leg.
Yes. You guys can't see it. Don't move. Don't move. It's just sitting there, spinning. Oh. You're looking at our crotches now. I know you are.
Oh, you're looking at my arm now.
No, hold this.
Okay.
Don't speak directly into the mic. Unless you're very, really quiet. Do you like the sensual tones of my voice? Sorry, my voice cracked. My voice is not 100%. I'm sorry to say, people.
So do we want to wrap up this last podcast with what we did in the post show? With Papyrus and Sans for the sign off today?
Oh, that's right. We can't do Undertale, but we definitely need to do that when my new computer comes in.
Yep.
Next week.
We
have to do a lot of Undertale because we have a lot to make up for.
And we also need to do that mecha. Are we gonna do another? Oh, and there's
another what?
Like the time where we make the Christian Church of Undertale jokes.
Oh, we have to make all our old podcast jokes.
Bananas.
Oh, what one was that? Was that the third one?
No. Oh, no.
Because it wasn't over the phone. It was an over the phone podcast.
It was the second over the phone one.
Yeah, that would be the fourth one.
Yep. Because the third one was that we talked about that analogy that I made comparing the Dragon Balls to Grace, and we read chapter 2 of Genesis.
Yes. Get out of here, you freaking gnat! Sorry, I knocked the camera. We have gnats. It's nasty.
We've had a pretty coherent video today.
Kind of, except when you interrupted me. Yeah. This makes noise when you spin it. See? What was that?
Remember that one video when I get out the... Oh, one what I started doing just to mess with people in the car?
What?
Every time I'd yawn, instead of making a really loud, obnoxious yawn sound, I'd meow.
Meow.
No, it would just be like, meow.
Why?
Just because I thought...
Why?
I thought that was more civilized than everything.
No! Oh, it still spins.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway.
We covered our mouths when we laughed at the same time. Did you know that? Oh. Are you
ready? Are you ready?
For the sign off, or what are we doing? Am I ready for what? Oh.
Are you ready for Wonder Twin Powers?
Wonder Twin Powers!
Activate!
Yeah.
Together! You forgot, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It was worth a shot. Whatever. That's probably one of my favorites of the jokes that we made. Besides the He-Man joke with Zamasu.
Yeah.
Then there was the Christian church, and then there was the banana joke. The bananas joke. Totally bananas.
Did you...
What happened to the bananas?
Put down in the comments if you
remember these jokes. If you remember these jokes, comment right below. Oh. Don't ask me what that was.
Remember when we were treating the word banana like it was Voldemort, and it's like we aren't allowed to say it.
We aren't allowed to talk about that. Stop talking about it!
Okay,
Hold on. Entertain them for a
because
second.
it's the one word that will always screw up our video.
Yep, I'll do my best.
So in the live streams, please do not comment bananas. It's gonna be bad.
Alright, I'm back. You didn't say anything, did you?
Were
you just sitting here in total silence waiting for me to come back? Yes! I'll take that as a yes.
I spoke a little bit. I told them, please don't, when we live stream, please don't,
Please don't spam us.
and please don't put the word bananas into comments.
You know we're not supposed to say that word! Taboo. It is taboo. We cannot say it on camera.
No.
We can talk about it when we're talking normally, only because it's fucking hilarious.
We can talk about fruit, and
But never bananas.
we can describe that word,
We can describe that one word that we can't say for
but we
obvious
cannot
reasons.
say it, or it will mess up the video.
Yeah. Excuse me, I have to adjust my mic because my tripod, one of my tripod legs is loose. And I don't want this mic to blow up yet. Even though I'm talking right into it. Even though you can hear everything. It was your turn!
I was gonna mouth words. I just mouthed the words. Just
Ain't that disgusting?
oh, Boo Saga starts Saturday. Boo Saga on Kai final chapters.
It's over.
What?
They've done it all already.
On Toonami, or
Yeah.
didn't think they did?
It's over.
Ah.
Kai is over.
Oh.
It's been over for a while.
Oh, I was talking about final chapters.
It's been over for a while.
Really?
They covered the end of Z already. It's over.
Was that during when I was gone?
Pretty sure.
But I didn't even think Boo had woken up yet. When did that happen?
Like 10 episodes ago.
But
It's been a while.
Don't think I missed that many episodes.
I think
though.
you did because Final Chapters is over. It may not be done airing,
Ah.
but it's finished.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's complete. Like, they don't have to worry about Final Chapters anymore. They'll air it until the end of Z, but after that, it'll just be Super.
Yep.
English dubbed. I don't know why. I have to turn into Christopher Walken. I don't know why. What's the deal with airline food?
I don't think I can do any of that.
You can't do a Christopher Walken impression? I don't know why. What? I'm really bad at making impressions. In a world where two men are desperate for your attention and want you to view their podcast, Religion on Ice, coming soon to a YouTube near you.
Wait, well.
Damn it. They probably didn't hear you, and I was just all of a sudden, damn it. Coming soon to a YouTube near you. Damn it.
Coming out of the Disney World.
Actually, I should have said coming soon to a Matty Iced Q near you.
For a limited time.
For a limited time.
Until next week.
Until next year.
Well, next week.
Yeah. Because it's going to be around for a while. I do not intend on deleting any of my videos.
That's the religion on us. Did you notice that segment Disney Vault joke? Like how people are like, oh, coming out of Disney Vault, it's gonna be locked away forever after a while, and then it's like next year, coming out of Disney Vault again.
I don't know why I like being this close to the mic.
'Cause 12 months nowadays means forever.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's rated just a year.
Maybe. Crap. My mic is naked now.
Or 12 months. Or 365 days.
My mic is naked now. We need to cover it back up.
Yup, because it's a modest mic.
I wouldn't know about modest. It's not been very faithful to me.
Oh, that's not nice.
It's still good though.
That's good.
Why am I talking about my mic like it's a lady? See, this is the weird shit we talk about. Sorry, I had to fix something. What are you doing? That's life.
No, I know what I mean. Like, our cat Annie's been really affectionate recently.
Oh, really?
But I felt bad last night because she was freaking out.
Why? Because you guys were gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what cats do. She probably didn't have any food.
No, she had plenty of food. She still has plenty of food even out right now.
She must not eat very much.
Oh, she gorges herself sometimes. It was really bad yesterday because we actually left one of our TVs on for Annie.
Why?
Just so she would have some noise, so she didn't feel so lonely at the house.
Turn on a radio or something. Don't waste money on on turning the TV on for 2 weeks.
So we left it on the Disney Channel for Annie.
For 2 weeks?
It was. Wait, okay, 8 days plus 4.
12.
Yeah, 12. So almost 2 weeks. Not 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But yes.
Not 2 weeks, but 2 weeks.
It's technically
it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much.
2 weeks. It's pretty much 2 weeks.
Yeah. Check.
Oh.
12.
Yes. Sorry.
So it's pretty much 2 weeks.
I just did my Mettaton impression. Oh yes.
Have you seen
I think that's all that we've seen of Mettaton at this point. His introduction.
Who's Mettaton?
The robot, the giant killer robot.
From what?
Undertale.
Oh right, yeah.
How could you forget?
Is he the one that's the game show host?
Yeah.
Oh. I forgot.
I tried to do my best host impression. Because that's how Mettaton talks all the time.
Does it ask them to get their pet spayed or neutered? It's something Bob Barker did all the time. And also Drew Carey does that now.
But kittens are so cute. I want more of them. Who doesn't want more kittens? They're so adorable.
Cats are cute.
Kittens are cute. Cats are evil. If that makes any sense. Older cats can be very mean.
And it does.
But kittens are always adorable, no matter how mean they are.
Cute when they squeak at you.
That was right on the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm pretty close to that. With
crap.
with one of my
I
yawns.
can't do that anymore. I could only do it the one time, and that's it. Sorry, that's the only mew you get.
Have you learned the language of Ob?
Of what?
Ob?
No. I know how to speak cat, but
One
Hold on, let me do that reference real quick. I speak fluent Floopese, but I can't stand those Floopians. You don't know what that's from, do you?
No.
Write, comment, and subscribe if you know what I'm referencing. I'm not telling you. Figure it out. You too.
Me too.
Yeah. You figure it out. I'm not telling you. I shouldn't give you all the answers.
Well, this gives me a lot of them.
No.
It's
I meant pop culture references,
Oh.
not Bible references, not Biblia references.
Biblioteca. That is Spanish for library. I guess.
No,
It's not.
I don't think so.
I thought it was.
I don't remember. I didn't take Spanish.
I took art for a foreign language.
Again, I speak fluent Floopese, but can't stand those Floopians.
Want to know how you speak Ob?
No.
When you say a word, anytime there's a vowel sound in a word, like anytime you hear a vowel sound,
So any vowel.
you put the word Ob before the vowel sound.
How would that work?
So instead of job, it would be job.
It'd be Jobob.
Yes.
And everything would be that way.
So like anytime there was
That's impossible. Because there are so many vowels in certain words that it would just be ridiculous. Is that the point?
That's why it sounds.
Is that the point?
simple with certain words.
Is that the point? Is that
Yeah.
the point? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why.
Have you heard of Wombo? Do you know how to play Wombo?
I've heard of Wumbo. M for mini. W for Wumbo. What am I referencing now?
SpongeBob.
Yes. This isn't normal darkness. It's advanced darkness. The last 30 minutes of this is going to be complete ridiculousness. Well, technically 7 minutes, because that's all we have left. No.
Oh, now I have the song "The Sound of Silence" stuck in my head. Such a good song, though.
Disturbed sang that song too.
Yeah, but that I prefer the Simon Garfunkel.
It's the same, it's just metal.
Did you know I have a Skillet CD?
No. I liked Skillet in their original debut. I don't like them so much now.
And if people ask like, "Oh, I've not heard of this band Skillet before," it's like, have you watched a bunch of Christian AMVs with Dragon Ball Z footage? If your answer is yes, then you've heard at least 2 Skillet songs.
Most people know who they are.
Yeah.
Just because they got really famous.
And they used to have their songs in wrestling games. Like
They used to be really good.
They are really good.
They used to be. They aren't anymore.
Do you have any favorite like Christian music groups?
Not really.
We don't have much time left, so want to go ahead and like just list out top 3 favorite animes?
I have too many to choose from. You first.
Okay.
Are you gonna list the only ones that you finished? That's the running joke. between
Either
us.
that or like the best of the end. Like,
Nope, you have to have finished it.
So, oh,
You have to have finished it.
okay. So then it would just. So then it would probably be GT. Your Lie in April is probably my favorite that I've completely watched. Then it would be probably GT, and then Ouran High School Host Club,
Okay.
because I was not too big of a fan of Sword Art Online. Like, it was good.
It started out good, but it failed.
Have you seen? Oh,
It became more of an action romance than what it was meant to be.
Have you seen Sword Art Online 2?
No.
The last
I only watched the original, and that's all I ever watched.
The last arc
Because it
in
disappointed me.
the last arc in Sword Art Online 2 was really good.
It
So.
disappointed me, so I stopped watching it.
Ah,
I binged watched the entire original, and it disappointed me in the end, so I stopped watching it.
what would be your top 3 if you had to pick them?
I'll have to make it a top 5,
Okay,
because you've only ever finished 3.
No, I've finished 4.
Whatever. Whatever. I've finished dozens, just because I'm weird. My top 5, because I have to make it a top 5, otherwise it wouldn't work. My favorite is the Dragon Ball series in its entirety, including GT, even though Super's not finished yet. I have to include that all in one, because otherwise that would take up the first 4 slots.
Oh wait, do the Studio Ghibli movies count? No. Okay, because that was
Those are
actually-
movies.
Because if so, I could easily do a top
Those are
10.
movies. Those are movies. You haven't even watched all of them.
No.
I've watched all of them.
Have you seen Wind Rises?
No.
Oh, it's
Before
so
we get off
good.
topic, I have to finish.
Okay, your top 5.
Ah! Okay, the Dragon Ball series in its entirety.
Yep.
Because it's good from start to finish. Except it's not finished yet, because Super isn't over. Did you know the Tournament of Power started? Yeah, the one episode last week that you missed was the beginning of the tournament.
I've watched bits and pieces of it, but I haven't sat down and watched episodes. I haven't watched the full Okay, I guess I have watched a full episode recently. And that was the one where Frieza tried to switch teams.
You have to finish it. I've been sitting here saying you have to finish it for
have to
past
finish
30
what?
seconds.
Watch every episode of the series?
Watch the video. Watch the recent episodes because the Tournament of Power started.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, my second pick would be Claymore. You've never watched that one.
No.
People who have watched it, it's good. Don't judge me. I enjoy stuff like that. Another one, my third would be Heroic Age. Heroic Age was pretty good. It's actually really good. You'd probably enjoy it.
Have you finished?
Did you ever watch Gundam?
Yeah.
Did you ever like it?
Bits and pieces of it.
Then you'd probably
I like.
you'd probably enjoy Heroic Age. It's not a Gundam ripoff. It's actually got a pretty unique story, and it's good from start to finish, if a little bit awkward. But it's not like fan service awkward. It's just a little awkward.
I think
Like naive awkward.
it's the fan service stuff is why I don't watch a lot of anime.
And thus you're missing out. Because there are a lot of funny storylines in those fan service episodes.
Like, even in Ouran High School Host Club, there
You
are
skipped
episodes
it, so you didn't technically finish it.
What?
You skipped all the fan service episodes, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure I watched a whole series. I don't think I caught a lot
You're
of
pretty sure?
Yeah.
You're pretty sure?
which is still going to be funny because, like my initial thoughts, I started watching it just because curious, and like I thought it was weird, so I stopped watching it after like a minute.
That's why I watch anime, because at first I just discover them, and then I watch them, and then I start enjoying them, and then I watch them through their entirety.
I started watching.
Anyway, number 4,
Okay.
Dance in the Vampire Band. It was pretty good. You've never watched that one either.
No.
The last one, it's that and Claymore is a little gory, but it's not like over the top. My last pick would have to be, drumroll please. No. What? No. I was kidding.
Okay.
I was kidding.
Okay, sorry.
We're over time, so I have to. I'm having trouble picking my last one because I'm having trouble remembering what I've watched because I've watched so many. Hellsing. Hellsing was really good.
I've not seen that one either.
It's really good. And when I say Hellsing, I mean the original and Ultimate. So.
I've been. I started.
Anyway, we're out of time. We're out of time.
Should I tell them the anime that I started watching really quick?
What one?
It
better be good.
Have you heard of the anime Keno's Journey? It's a miniseries that had 14 episodes in it.
Yeah.
It's really good. I've only watched first episode, but
well, it's not really good until you get in at least 3 episodes.
I'm definitely planning on watching more of it.
Because most of the anime I've watched are either multiple seasons, like no more than 3 yet, because I know one of them's coming out with another season soon. But usually it's either multiple seasons or it's enjoyable enough that I watch multiple seasons.
And there's definitely going to be up on my channel in the near future, definitely some more Euroline April videos, because I finished the series. And if you guys only want to watch part of it, I definitely recommend watching the second half, especially the last episode,
I have a microphone gun.
because it was so good. Way too good.
I have a microphone gun. Don't move. I have a microphone gun.
How would that work, though? Like, how would that be an effective weapon?
Sound waves.
Would you just smack it on something and then it got burst?
No! Like, here.
Eardrums.
There would be a trigger, and the trigger would shoot sound waves.
So it'd be like a twin.
And it would also receive sound waves like a million times better than any mic in existence. Excuse me. But anyway, that is all the time we have for this podcast. We have other things we need to get to. And by other things, I mean absolutely nothing, because I can't record. Because my laptop is dead! Not dead, but dying. My new computer will be here soon. And then we'll start recording again.
Yay!
Okay. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Quentin, for joining me for the last podcast on this computer. We're going to have to think up of a new name whenever we bring Michael in.
What are we going to call it then?
I'll think about it. I'll brainstorm some ideas, because I did come up with Religion on Ice, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we had 2 ideas.
We had 2 ideas, but then I came up with the idea of just mashing our names together, and it came out Religion on Ice, and I'm like, yes, that would be perfect!
And we spelled it right the first time, unlike religious.
Yeah, because he was originally religious fanboy, but he's actually religious fanboy.
Exactly. I said it, and like we've known it to be correct because I've said what
I was the one who pointed it out to him. None of his subscribers ever pointed this out to him, ever.
Please do not let that happen again.
But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This is not as heartfelt a moment as I had hoped it'd be. My computer is almost dead. Crap. We'll have to move to my room because my charger's in my room. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Again, thank you, Quentin, for joining me. This will be the last podcast for at least a couple weeks until we straighten everything out. Your hair is a mess.
I know.
Perfect.
I was checking my eyes because my eyes been messed up for a while.
You might want to do that in a mirror, not in a camera.
Oh, right. Yeah, because it's recording.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as always, we will see all of you in the next video. Bye! Say bye.
Bye.